This is Chris Potatoes. Like, subscribe to TNW Wrestling on YouTube, subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris Potatoes, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and both of my TikToks. It'll all be down there in the description box, and I'm here to do my WWE Monday Night Raw, October 3rd, 2022 reviews. So here we go, discussing about Monday Night Raw. Now, we kick off the show with Finn Balor, Damian Priest, Dominic Mysterio, and Rhea Ripley, the Judgment Day. So yeah, the Judgment Day came out and they started talking about Edge at first. Talking about how 11 years ago Edge retired, but then he came back for the fans to wrestle once again and all that stuff. But he says this Saturday at Extreme Rules, Finn Balor will make Edge say I quit. So yeah, that's what Finn Balor said. But then they started talking about Rey Mysterio, talking about Dominic was like, he's not even my dad no more. I consider somebody else my papi now. So yeah, that's what Dominic Mysterio was saying, and Rhea Ripley was smiling. And then Damian Priest was talking a little bit, and then Finn Balor was talking about AJ Styles, talking about AJ Styles needs to join them, but if he don't, he'll just keep on beating him down. He says he knows he ain't a bad guy, but he will freaking bring the worst out of himself. So yeah, that's what Finn Balor said. But then AJ Styles and Rey Mysterio comes out because it's going to be a tag team match. They attacked the Judgment Day before the match even started, and then they finally got the match underway. It was AJ Styles and Rey Mysterio versus Finn Balor and Damian Priest. Dominic Mysterio and Rhea Ripley was at ringside. So yeah, it was a tag team match. It was a pretty good tag team match to kick off Raw. Now, at the ending of this match, it looked like Styles was about to tag in Rey Mysterio because him and Damian Priest was down, so they was crawling to their sides to tag them in. But then, while Styles was inches away of tagging Rey Mysterio in, that's when Rhea Ripley knocks Rey off the apron. And then, Rey was getting beat down and stuff. But then, at the ending, we see Rey walking up to Dominic, and Dominic gets on his knees talking about, hit me, go ahead and hit me. And then Rey turns around, he gets hit with a clothesline by Rhea Ripley. This is where the referee was distracted and stuff. AJ Styles was looking at him, and then he turns around, he gets hit with a drop kick by Finn Balor into the corner. He climbs up the top turnbuckle, and then Balor jumps off with the coup de grace onto AJ Styles, and then pins him for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Finn Balor and Damian Priest, the Judgment Day, defeated Rey Mysterio and AJ Styles tonight in the tag team match. That's what happened. Pretty good tag team match. For that match, I'll give it 3 stars for what happened like before and after and during the match. So yeah, like I said, pretty good stuff. But then after the match ended, Rey gets in the ring apologizing to AJ Styles. AJ Styles is like, why won't you there? I almost tagged you in and you just got off the apron and stuff. So yeah, Styles was getting frustrated. He pushes Rey down. That Rey was like, okay, I'm going to get out the ring. So yeah, he rolls out the ring, walking away. And then while Rey was walking up the ramp and stuff, that's when AJ Styles gets attacked by the Judgment Day, getting beat down and stuff. It got laid out. So yeah, that's what happened there. And then after that, we see from earlier today with the United States Champion, Bobby Lashley, was talking about who's going to be the next challenger for the United States Championship. But then Mustafa Ali comes up talking about, I want an opportunity for the U.S. title, and Bobby Lashley was like, well, I've been watching you, but just keep on working at it. And then Mustafa Ali was like, no, I'm tired of sitting in the back of the line. I'm tired of this crap. I'm not telling you, I'm demanding you an opportunity. So yeah, that's what he said. And then he pushes Lashley, and then Lashley was like, okay, you got your opportunity. So yeah, it looks like maybe that match will either happen tonight or Extreme Rules, I don't know. But yeah, that's what happened there. But yeah, like I said, pretty good stuff. But still to come later on tonight, we will see Matt Riddle and Seth Rollins face to face later on tonight, and many more stuff. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, it was a one-on-one match. But before I talk about that match, we got to talk about one thing. There was a segment backstage where we see Sami Zayn telling Jimmy Uso some jokes, and Solo Sikoa was with him, and he was telling him some jokes, and they was laughing and stuff. But then Jey Uso comes up, still pissed off at Sami Zayn and stuff, talking junk to him, both of them talking junk to each other. And then we see Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford, the Street Profits, come up, talking junk to the Usos and stuff like that, and then they send out a challenge. The Usos making fun about Montez having a foot injury and stuff like that, and then Angelo was like, "How about I challenge one of y'all?" And Solo Sikoa stepped up to the plate. So yeah, it looks like we'll be seeing Angelo Dawkins versus Solo Sikoa 1-on-1 tonight. But then after that, we get to the match. It was the United States Champion Bobby Lashley versus Mustafa Ali 1-on-1. This match, it was a really good match. Lashley taking control of this match, but Mustafa was coming back, hitting the tornado DDT and stuff, which was pretty nice. But then we get to the ending of this match where we see Bobby Lashley throwing Mustafa Ali over the barricade. Ali barely getting back into the ring by the count of 9, but as soon as he got back into the ring, he got up to his feet, and then he gets hit with a nice-ass spear by Bobby Lashley, turning Mustafa Ali inside out, making him do a backflip and stuff, which was very nice. And then Lashley locks on the Hurt Lock, but Mustafa Ali was not willing to tap out. He was not going to tap out. He was trying to fight out of it and stuff, but he passes out. So yeah, Bobby Lashley defeated Mustafa Ali tonight on Raw. That's what happened. But then after the match ended, Lashley sees Ali getting back up, and then Lashley is about to give him that respect to shake his hand and stuff. But then he gets attacked from behind by Seth Rollins, getting laid out, getting hit with a curb stomp, and then Rollins hits another curb stomp onto Lashley, onto the United States Championship, laying him out. And then Rollins gets out of the ring, sees Mustafa Ali getting up, and then he hits a curb stomp onto him outside the ring. So yeah, that's what happened there. And up next, we're going to be seeing Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle going face-to-face up next on Raw. So yeah, that'll be happening up next. And for that match, I'll give it So yeah, for that match, I'll give it 2.5 stars. That's what I'll give it. Pretty good match and stuff. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Monday Night Raw. See you guys later until then. So the next thing to happen on Monday Night Raw, now we kick off the face-to-face thing going on with Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle. Now Seth Rollins was already in the ring because after he already done attacked Bobby Lashley and Mustafa Ali. Then Matt Riddle comes down after Seth Rollins was talking for a little bit and stuff. And yeah, Seth Rollins was just talking a lot of crap to Matt Riddle, talking about how you can't touch me or anything like that, and kept on stepping up to him, you know. Matt Riddle was like, "Hey, your breath stinks," and Rollins was like blowing his breath in his face and stuff. Kept on trying to piss him off to provoke Matt Riddle to hitting him. So yeah, that's what Seth Rollins kept on trying to do. And yeah, we got pretty much like a preview before that, talking about the fight pit and all that stuff. There's just a steel cage really surrounding the ring and stuff. Matt Riddle already been in one before, like in NXT. I think it was against Timothy Thatcher. But yeah, he's already been in one. Seth Rollins haven't. And they was explaining the rules, talking about you can only win by knockout or submission. That's it. And yeah. But yeah, like I said, it was a pretty good segment between these two guys. They kept on going at it. Rollins brought up Riddle's kids, talking about how does it feel about paying so much money for this child support and stuff, and your kids don't even want to see you or anything. And then Matt Riddle was talking about Seth Rollins' wife, Becky Lynch, talking about, oh, how many WrestleManias have you main evented? None, because Becky main evented something you haven't. So yeah, just getting to Seth Rollins talking about how you play second fiddle to everybody, to Roman Reigns, Becky Lynch, and this Saturday, me. So yeah, that's what Matt Riddle said. And Rollins was getting pissed off and stuff. They got face-to-face. But then Daniel Cormier pops up on the Titantron, talking on the big screen, saying, you know, hold up, don't start fighting, save it for this Saturday for an epic fight and stuff. So yeah, he says he's going to count it down the middle because he is a special guest referee and stuff for that match. So yeah, that's what he said. And then Rollins flicks Riddle's hat off of his head and then walks away, pissed off. So yeah, that's what happened there. Pretty good segment though. And then after that, we see Candice LeRae pretty much walking backstage, going to the ring for her match, and then she sees Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, and Bianca was just saying good luck to her. But while that was happening, we see the QR code for the White Rabbit pop up on the screen as well. So yeah, that's what happened there. But up next, we'll be seeing Candice LeRae in action up next on Raw. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, it was a one-on-one match. It was Candice LeRae versus one half of the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Dakota Kai, with Bayley and EOS Guy at ringside, Damage Control. So yeah, one-on-one match between Candice LeRae and Dakota Kai. And this match, it was an okay match. It was pretty good. It was going on pretty good. At the ending, at one point, we see Dakota Kai on the second turnbuckle, and that's when Candice LeRae comes up hitting a... So yeah, she had a German suplex onto her off the second turnbuckle, and then it looked like Candice LeRae was taking control of this match, but then we see EOS Guy getting on the ring apron, distracting the referee. That's when Bayley interferes by pulling Candice LeRae on that top turnbuckle, on that top rope, right there. And then that's when Dakota Kai took advantage, rolling up Candice LeRae, pinning her for the 3 count. So yeah, Dakota Kai defeated Candice LeRae tonight on Monday Night Raw. That's what happened. So yeah, for that match, I'll give it 2 stars as well. It was a pretty good match, and yeah, but yeah, that's what happened there. And then after the match ended, we see Johnny Gargano walking backstage, and then he sees the Miz. Like, Miz was just sleeping or whatever, and Johnny Gargano wakes him up, and Miz, wakes up, and then he grabs a photo or whatever that was on his chest, and Dexter Lumis placed it there, and there was a picture of, well, it was a drawn picture of Miz and Dexter Lumis, and yeah, Miz got freaked out and stuff, and yeah, Johnny Gargano will be in action up next against Otis. So yeah, that match will be happening up next. And I forgot to mention that Miz was actually backstage talking to Maurice on the phone, and then Dexter Lumis was trying to grab Miz, but luckily one of the directors right there, whatever, and yeah, Miz walked away, not even noticing that Dexter Lumis was behind him. So yeah, that's what happened there. But yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Monday Night Raw. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, we get to the next match. It was Johnny Gargano versus Otis, 1-on-1, with Chad Gable at ringside, and Austin Theory was on commentary for this match, and it was a pretty good match between Johnny Gargano and Otis. They was going back and forth and stuff, and at one point we see Johnny Gargano actually got Otis outside of the ring, and then at one point he actually jumps on Austin Theory, just attacking him, beating him down and stuff. And then we seen him hit a tornado DDT onto Otis outside of the ring, laying Otis out. And then at one point we see Gargano trying to get back into the ring while Chad Gable was on the opposite side of the ring, distracting the referee. We seen Otis, but yeah, when Chad Gable had the referee distracted, Otis got back into the ring, and then that's when Austin Theory comes up, hitting Johnny Gargano in the back with the Money in the Bank briefcase, throws Gargano back into the ring. Otis picks him up, hits the World's Strongest Slam onto Gargano, and then pins him for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Otis defeated Johnny Gargano tonight on Raw. That's what happened. And then after the match ended, we see Austin Theory and Alpha Academy just attacking Johnny Gargano, beating him down and stuff after the match. And then Braun Strowman comes running down. Otis got out of the ring, and he gets hit with a shoulder block by Braun Strowman getting laid out. And then Strowman gets in the ring, chasing off Austin Theory and Chad Gable. Austin Theory runs through the crowd, and Chad Gable was trying to run, but Braun Strowman grabs him, throws him into the ring, tells the referee to ring the bell. So yeah, the match has started between Braun Strowman and Chad Gable, and then Braun Strowman just grabs Chad Gable and throws him over the top rope onto Otis. So yeah, laying him out. But up next, we're going to be seeing Braun Strowman versus Chad Gable 1-on-1 up next for that match between Johnny Gargano and Otis. I'll give that match 2.5 stars as well. I'll give it was a pretty good match. But yeah, see you guys later until then. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, before that match even started, Otis and Johnny Gargano, Damage Control was talking backstage, and Bayley was talking about how Bianca Belair is going to regret having this match against her at Extreme Rules, but she'll see her later on tonight for the contract signing. So yeah, forgot to mention that. But yeah, see you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, it was a 1-on-1 match. It was Braun Strowman versus Chad Gable 1-on-1. And this match was a pretty good match. Now, apparently during the commercial break, Otis didn't interfere in this match and stuff, and Otis got ejected from ringside. So yeah, Chad Gable had to go all alone in this match, and it was a pretty damn good match. Like, Chad Gable was putting in the work. Chad Gable is just so damn underrated. I'm not even gonna lie. He's just so underrated. but he showed off what he can do in this match. It was pretty good. Now, during this match, we did see Omos and MVP watching this match from backstage, so it looks like we're going to be seeing Braun Strowman versus Omos, which will be pretty interesting to see. I'm not even going to lie. Now, will it be a great match, like the best match? Obviously not, but it'll be interesting to see, like, Braun Strowman hitting a power bomb onto Omos. Like, that'll be pretty cool and shit. So, yeah, monster against monster. But, yeah, that's what happened right there. And, like I said, pretty good match. At one point, we did see Chad Gable hit a German suplex onto Braun Strowman, almost getting the 3 count by Strowman kicking out at 2. But then at the very ending of this match, we seen Chad Gable get on the top turnbuckle, jumps off with a missile drop kick on Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman gets back up, beats the hell out of Chad Gable, and then hits him with a power bomb, and then pins Chad Gable for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Braun Strowman defeated Chad Gable tonight on Raw. That's what happened for that match. I'll give it 2.5 stars. That's what I'll give it. Very good match between Braun Strowman and Chad Gable. But yeah, Gable did try to hit the moonsault at one point after the missile drop kick, which I forgot to mention, but Strowman moved out of the way and then he hit the power bomb. So yeah, forgot to mention that. But yeah, like I said, great match. I give that match 2.5 stars. Up next, we're going to be seeing the contract signing between Bayley and Dakota, Bayley and Bianca Belair up next. So yeah, see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, we see a contract signing between Bayley and the Raw Women's Champion, Bianca Belair. This contract signing is for their match this Sunday at Extreme Rules in the ladder match. And Bayley was pretty much just talking pure crap to Bianca from the start, talking about, you want to know why I chose the ladder match? It's because she was explaining, like, oh, it wasn't because you slammed me onto the ladder when we had that Hell in a Cell match or anything like that. It's because of blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, she was saying a lot of stuff. And then, well, I just can't remember. But then Bianca, Bayley was talking about, like, how Bianca's the same as her from back in the day where she had the ponytail and stuff like that. Talking about how she had all the fans cheering for her, but once they turned their back onto her, she went to downward spiral, going down the card and everything, and all that stuff. And she said Bianca would have the same thing happening to her. But then while she was talking, we see EOS Guy and Dakota Kai attacking Alexa Bliss and Asuka backstage, beating them down and stuff, laying them out, and then Bianca was distracted by that, and then Bayley just yanked the hell out of her hair, just yanking her over the table and stuff, beating her down and stuff. Bianca was fighting back and stuff, but then they managed to get outside the ring. Bianca throws Bayley into the apron, and then runs off, and then backstage, and then Bayley had a big old smile on her face. Bianca was checking on Asuka and Alexa Bliss. Asuka had a steel chair wrapped around her leg and stuff, and then Alexa Bliss looks at the camera and says, "Me and you, EO, tonight." So yeah, Alexa Bliss challenges EOS Guy tonight in a match, and that match will be happening later on tonight. But yeah, that's what happened. Pretty good segment, though. Go check it out if you haven't yet. Great contract signing, though. They did sign the contract for their match to become official at Extreme Rules. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Monday Night Raw. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, it was a one-on-one match. It was Solo Sikoa with Sami Zayn and the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions, Jimmy and Jay the Usos, with them, the Bloodline. And he was there taking on Angelo Dawkins with Montez Ford at ringside. It was a pretty good match between those two guys. At one point, we seen Angelo Dawkins hit that spinning neck breaker onto Solo Sikoa, pinning him. Solo barely kicking out at 2. That's when the referee's just getting distracted because of Sami Zayn and Jey Uso. Both of them was arguing on the apron, and that's when Solo Sikoa hits a super kick onto Angelo Dawkins, pinning him, but the referee was distracted, and he finally turns around counting, but he kicks out at 2. Solo gets pissed off, talking shit to Sami Zayn and Jey Uso, but then he gets knocked out of the ring by Angelo Dawkins. The Usos and Sami was checking up on him, but then Angelo Dawkins jumps over the top rope with a front flip onto the Usos. Sami was still standing, and then he punches Sami in the face. Solo was back into the ring, and then as soon as Angelo Dawkins gets back into the ring, Solo hits him in the face with the hip kick or whatever, and then he hits his finished move, that Uranagi slam, spinning Solo onto Angelo Dawkins, and then pins him for the 3 count. So yeah, Solo Sikoa defeated Angelo Dawkins tonight on Monday Night Raw. That's what happened for that match. I'll give it 2.5 stars as well. I'll give it a pretty good match. And then backstage, we see Austin Theory talking to Alpha Academy, talking about how he's going to put down Johnny Gargano, him and Johnny Gargano one-on-one soon. So yeah, that's what Austin Theory said. But next, we're going to be seeing Alexa Bliss versus EOS Guy up next on Raw. So yeah, that match will be happening up next. It'll be the main event. So yeah, see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Monday Night Raw. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, it was a one-on-one match. It was EOS Guy with Bayley and Dakota Kai Damage Control at ringside. So they was taking on Alexa Bliss with the Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair at ringside. So yeah, Alexa Bliss versus EOS Guy one-on-one. Asuka was not at ringside. It was a pretty good match. It was going back and forth, but then we see Damage Control keep on trying to interfere multiple times in this match. At one point, they did attack Bianca Belair, throwing her into the steel steps. That's when Alexa Bliss jumps off the apron with a cannonball onto Dakota Kai and Bayley. Gets back into the ring. She climbed up the top turnbuckle to hit Twisted Bliss onto EOS Guy, but then that's when EOS Guy grabs her, hits like white noise onto her, and then climbs up the top turnbuckle, jumping off of the moonsault, and then pins her for the 1-2-3. So yeah, EOS Guy defeated Alexa Bliss tonight on Monday Night Raw in the main event, and then after the match ended, we see Damage Control just attacking Bianca Belair and Alexa Bliss, bringing in a ladder, beating them down and stuff. Asuka comes running down, trying to help them out, even though she's injured, and she gets beaten down. We see Dakota Kai hit the big boot onto Bianca Belair in the corner, and then we see Bayley hitting Rose Plant onto Bianca Belair, and then hitting another Rose Plant onto Alexa Bliss, laying all of them out, and then she climbs up the ladder, holding the Raw Women's Championship on the top of the ladder with EOS Guy on one side and Dakota Kai on the other side, holding the Women's Tag Team Championship. So yeah, that's what happened. Pretty good match. What happened after the match was pretty good for that stuff. I'll give it 3 stars. That's why I'll give it pretty good stuff. And then before the match even happened, Edge was having interviews and talking about how he'll never quit and stuff, and he'll beat Finn Balor and make him say "I quit" this Saturday at Extreme Rules. So yeah, I forgot to mention that. But yeah, for tonight's Monday Night Raw, I'll give it 8 stars as well. I'll give it was a pretty good episode for Raw. For match of the night, I got to say it was probably the tag team match with Rey Mysterio and AJ Styles and stuff. That match was pretty good. But yeah, the matches tonight was pretty good stuff. But yeah, that was Raw for you. So yeah, subscribe to Team W Wrestling on YouTube, subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris Videos, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and both of my TikToks. It'll all be down there in the description box. And yeah, I'll see you guys later for this Saturday's Extreme Rules pay-per-view. I'll be doing the predictions on that this Thursday and stuff, so yeah, look out for that. And I'll be discussing about AEW Dynamite this Wednesday. So yeah, see you guys later. Until then.